Hello, my name is Michael, and on this channel I talk about life as a professional artist. Today I'm going to give you some financial advice, but I just want to say that it's my opinion and that you're welcome to disagree with me. I'm not a fiduciary, but this is what I believe that you should do if you are serious about becoming a career or professional artist. So the first thing that you need to do, and I talked about this in a previous video, is you should be proactive with your finances. So if you don't have the equipment that you need, say for example, we're going to use the example of a photographer. You're a fine art photographer. So you need a nice camera, and you need a nice computer, and you need the accessories that come with that. So putting away, a couple $100s every single month will allow you to always have the nicest equipment. So for example, if you just put away $200 a month every single month, you will always be able to afford the nicest camera that you'll ever need, all the lenses, and just be able to just buy it just like that. Another thing you can do is take out a line of credit on a credit card with 0% interest and then pay it off over that while building your credit score. This is super important and not really talked about very much, but just being the tiniest bit proactive will really allow you to be able to afford anything you want. The next thing is setting aside a budget for, now that you've gotten your camera and your computer, and you have nice ones that allow you to actually make the work that you need, then you make a budget for applying for art exhibitions. And I would dedicate maybe one day or a week or one every other week and a budget of maybe like $100 to $200 to apply to exhibitions. So you go on to New York Foundation of the Arts, Art Connect, Submittable. I have other videos about how to apply to open calls, and then you apply to them. A lot of times they have a fee. It's reasonable for them to have a fee. I have videos explaining why it is reasonable for them to have a fee. And then you allow yourself to get your work out there. And then you also have a budget for example, printing your work and mailing it to the exhibitions. Because even if you only get like a 1 in 10% acceptance rate, that's still, if you're applying to 10 a month, that's still an exhibition every month. You have to print that photographs and mail it to wherever the exhibition is. So, that's something that you should be proactive in budgeting for. And really $500 a month will allow you to do whatever you want. And when you compare that to, say owning a restaurant or owning literally any other business, $500 a month is nothing. You can have the nicest camera, you can have, the newest MacBook, the newest Canon, be able to print whatever photograph you want and get into any exhibition you want. All you have to do is just put away that money every single month. The next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you set away for your retirement, because as an artist, you're self-employed. So you want to make sure that you're able to go and really invest that money. So what happens if you do not have $500? Okay, well, there's really only one answer, and that means that you need to get a job. Sorry. And so what type of job that should you get? A lot of people think that you should get an art job, and I kind of agree with that, but I don't think that you should need to. Ideally, what you should do is you should get a job where you are treated well, are paid well, and has two very important things. One, the amount of money that you make is not limited to the number of hours you work. And two, the hours are flexible. So if you need to take off to have an exhibition, or you need to take off to make the work that you need, you can. So let's talk about the first one. If you are locked into an hourly wage, for example, doing, working at McDonald's as a line cook and you're paid minimum wage. Well, the thing is, you are limited in the amount of money that you can make simply because, you have to work a certain number of hours to make a certain amount of money. Whereas if you had a sales position, you are paid based on your performance. And if you're paid on your performance, then that means that you can do well and make more money for less work. And that allows you more time to go and focus on your art. The next thing is flexible time. I think a great example of this are artists who drive for Uber or Lyft, because it allows you to spend your days making your art and then hop on Lyft whenever you have free time, whenever you're frustrated. And actually it will kind of, help you escape from the psychological hell that is your own mind when you're making art all the time. The last thing is to prioritize cash flow over debt. So I talked a little bit about this with being proactive, but you really don't want to dump tons and tons of money into things. You want to be able to afford every new opportunity that comes up. And so by being proactive, by going and putting away, say $200 a month for new equipment, it means that all of a sudden when your camera breaks, you don't have to just dump $3,000 into a camera. Or, you allow yourself to take on that $3,000 debt and pay it off with either a low percent interest rate or a no percent interest rate with a credit card. Then it allows you to have that cash flow on hand that you can invest in more opportunities, more clients, more exhibitions, more shows, more film, more prints, and really more success. And so I think prioritizing cash flow over, over debt is really valuable, especially even if you just took that money and then you put it into, you took on the debt at like say a 1% interest rate, and then you put it into a CD or a term or an investment fund that allows you to go and earn a 2% interest rate. And so that money that, yes, you're losing 1%, but you're also gaining 2%, so you're actually making money on this transaction. And so, prioritizing cash flow over debt is really, really important. And then investing that money, and I know I said this is the last one, but I said one more, and that's to invest outside of art. I think it's really weird that art is considered like the only profession that you don't. I think it's really weird that art is like the only profession where it's considered cheating if you get income from any source that's not your art. But literally, if you work for any other job and you like have a 401k and you're invested in stocks and you have real estate investments and all of that, it's considered like smart and like you're a good person. But if you're a professional artist and you're also doing real estate, you're not a real artist. And that's total bull crap. The reality is you need to go and take care of yourself in every way financially so that it's not really an issue. All the most successful artists take care of their finances. It's the most important thing, because if you're stressed about money, you can't do anything. I think, Kanye West said it where like money isn't everything, but not having money is. And so if you're like a starving artist, a struggling artist, your mind isn't going to be in the space to go and make the work that you need to make. That's my advice for you. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Be sure to like and subscribe. I have lots of more content coming out where I actually talk about what life is really like as a professional artist and what you actually need to do to succeed. Thank you so much.